Hi. So I had a Patreon supporter that was wondering, how should he feel about women having so many options? All right. First off, right off the bat, guys, you must know that a woman having a bunch of options don't mean shit. Why? Because a woman is not interested in 99.9% of the guys she gonna come encounter with. All right. You guys must understand that. First off, women know right off the bat that most guys, I'll probably say 99.9%, really want one fucking thing. And I think you guys know what that is. Her vagina has a lot of options. She don't have a lot of, her vagina has a lot of options. Just like a man with a lot of money that has a whole bunch of women. All right. So let's say like Hugh Hefner. Yeah, he had a bunch of women, but they ain't really interested in him. They just really want one thing. All right, guys. So right off the bat, you must know it means shit to a woman that she has a whole bunch of guys because she knows what they fucking want. They don't want her. They just want what she got. All right. That's all they want from her. What she got, guys. All right. So know that right off the bat that it don't mean a motherfucking thing. All right. The whole point of dates and shit tests and all this, guys, is women use those to disqualify males. Do y'all guys get that? All right. The only way you won't have to do a date is a woman have crazy high initial interest, say a 9 or a 10. But we already know that's going to be like 5% of the time, 10% tops. 90% of the times you're going to have to raise a woman's interest. All right, guys. And what a woman go on these dates and do, theoretically, a woman don't go on these dates thinking like, oh, this going to be, she go on that date to disqualify your ass. She looking for a reason to X your ass out. All right, to keep your ass away from her goddamn vagina. All right, guys. So this is how women see 99.9% of the guys. So you shouldn't be concerned with that. You should be grinding, doing what you gotta do to keep yourself the highest value male that you possibly can. That should be your only goal. How many guys that's chasing behind her ass or how many guys DMing her has nothing to fucking do with you because she don't want 99.9% of them anyway. All right. They're just free attention and validation. And here's the thing, guys. You guys must know that that's important for a woman to have. Why? If you're going to be an alpha male and you on your purpose and you're not giving a woman free attention and validation, well, she got to get it from somewhere. All right. Women need attention and validation just like plants need sunlight and water. They can't live without it, guys. So if you ain't going to be telling a woman how beautiful she is and you ain't going to be talking to her on the phone and you ain't going to be texting, well, what the hell you think she going to do? Just not worry about it. You know what she'll end up doing? She'll end up every time she coming around you, every 5 minutes asking you, think I'm beautiful? How my hair look? How my dress look? She must get that validation from somewhere. Let her ass go get it from the simps. All right? If you ain't going to do it, if you ain't talking to your girl on the phone, if you ain't spending a lot of your non-sexual attention with her, well, what the hell you think she going to do? Just sit around and wait for you to come over there and dick her down and go home? All right, she got to get it from somewhere, guys. All right, so that's why that shit should not concern you. You should be proud that she got a lot of options. Listen, I don't want a woman if she ain't got a lot of options. If you ain't got a lot of options, then what the fuck I'm doing with your ass for? All right, and that's how women look at you when you act like a simp. All right, that's how she act. That's how women lose interest in you when you returning their text in 2 seconds and all this and that shit and can't stand up for a shit test. Well, obviously you ain't got no women, so what the fuck I'm doing with you? And I feel the same thing. Listen, if I'm with a woman and I go out and we go out, say dancing or somewhere, and you can't turn one fucking head, what the fuck am I doing with you? All right, if I'm with you and you got on a sexy dress and we on a date, ain't nobody turn around and look at your ass? What the fuck? Listen. If you're a high value male, you want a woman that's going to compliment you. And if the woman is sexy, she wants somebody that's going to compliment her. All right. So, guys, don't let that concern you. Women are always going to have options, but it's not them. How I look at it, her vagina has a lot of options, not her, guys. All right. And here's another thing, guys. When you make yourself a high value male, maybe you don't have as many options as her, but you have a lot of options. All right, guys. So just keep doing what you're doing. Keep in the gym. Keep working on that fashion. Keep grinding on that purpose. And you'll have just as many, in some cases, more options than the female, guys. All right. And true options. All right. Women that want you for you. All right. Whenever y'all guys see a woman, all a guy sees when he sees a woman is vagina. That's it. Ass. That's it. We can get a woman to like us for the way we make her feel. But a woman can't do that. Without her ass, she is useless to us. All right, guys? So just remember that. They just for free validation, free attention. Hey, knock yourself out with your beta simps. Let them validate you. Let them tell you how beautiful it is, because I'm not going to do it. All right? So that's the thing with that, guys. And understand that expect a woman to have more friends and stuff like male friends. If you guys are not validating women and you're not giving her your non-sexual attention, please understand that she's probably going to have more male friends, because she gets her beauty, she gets her self-esteem from them. All right, that's what she get her beauty. If you're not going to do it, she has to get it from somewhere. All right, guys. And also remember, they in the friend zone for a reason. Alright, if she saw them as somebody to have sex with, they wouldn't be in the friend zone. They'll be in the bed zone. Alright, so understand that, guys. Alright, and I had another guy that wanted to know how I organize as an entrepreneur. So basically, he wanted to know how I do things to get things done. Well, guys, this is simple, guys. I follow the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle. Alright, I know a lot of you guys know about the 80-20 rule, as in with women. But this actually comes from in the real world on, action, consequences, and things like that. All right. So as in with your entrepreneur, as in with your business, 80% of your income is going to come from 20% of the things you do. All right. And what we call this, guys, is, I know a lot of you guys probably heard this phrase before. We call this my bread and butter. What is your bread and butter? And for all you guys that saw my how to diversify, the importance of diversification, this goes right into that point. You guys supposed to have multiple streams of income. All right, you're supposed to have doing different things. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. All right. So as an entrepreneur, you're supposed to have multiple streams of income. As an entrepreneur, you're supposed to figure out multiple ways you can make income. All right. In doing so, 80% of that is going to come from 20% of the things you do. With me, it's Patreon and YouTube. All right. That is what I prioritize. All right. When I set out my schedule for the day, I have a certain time allotted for my Patreon videos and answering my Patreon questions and editing and doing all that stuff. All right. And I set that time aside. All right. And that's the most important part. Nothing interrupts that. You can't get a Skype session during that time. I won't take a blowjob during that time. I won't deliver a t-shirt during that time. I won't write my book during that time. That is my bread and butter, Patreon and YouTube. I prioritize that into my time. So out of my day, that's going to get done. So for all you guys wondering, how you do a video every day? I prioritize it, motherfucker. It's going to get done. All right? It's going to get done before I take a shit. It's going to get done before I take a shower. It's going to get done before I talk to any bitch. I prioritize it. Y'all guys get that? Anything that's your bread and butter, you don't get around to it. I think I found an hour here. I think I got 30 minutes to do it. No. This is my bread and butter. It's going to get done. All right, this is why I get 80% of my income. It's going to get done. I got 24 hours out of the day. That's going to get done. It's my priority of the day. All right, so that's going to get done. Any time that you have left, let's say this is taking a little bit longer than what I thought. Like I'm making a video and it's taking a little bit longer. It went a little longer. Or let's say you're doing something else that takes more time than me making a video. Well, the other shit just won't happen that day. My bread and butter gonna get done because it's a priority. So if your bread and butter is something you're doing that's longer than me making a video or something like that, it's gonna get done before anything else gets done. All right, and if I can't get to the other shit, so fucking be it. All right, that's how that works, guys. So make sure you prioritize your bread and butter. All right, this really matters if you are diversifying your income. All right, I teach you guys to make sure you have multiple streams of income. All right, so this is really when it comes into play. Prioritize your bread and butter first. All right, with whatever left I get, that gets 20%. 20% of my income comes from 80% of it. Ain't that funny? Ain't that odd, guys? And that was funny when I was a trainer. It was the same way. I would have about 5 clients that would train with me like 3-4 days a week, and everybody else like 1 session, 2 sessions. Then they cancel all the fucking time. But I would have like 5 clients that would train like 3-4 days a week. They never canceled. They rarely went on trips and shit like that. They was my bread and butter. And look at yourself like that too, guys. Look at where most of your money coming from. It's amazing. And those clients, I would prioritize them. All right, I would prioritize what time they needed. I would prioritize it. And that's how you have to do, guys. All right, so I teach you guys to be me. I put about 8 hours a day into my purpose. All right, into my purpose, I put about 8 hours. So if you're gonna make, if you get 80% from 20% of your output of what you do, I give that 80% of my time. That's how I do. All right. So whatever I make my bread and butter off of, if I spend 8 hours a day on my purpose, 6 of it is gonna be spent on my bread and butter, guys. That's how I do it. So for any of you guys that spend 8 hours a day on your purpose, I will spend 6 hours a day on my bread and butter to make sure it stays my bread and butter. And then whatever left will get the other 20%. That's how I would do that, guys. That's how you do that. Just prioritize your bread and butter. A lot of times, whatever your bread and butter is, guys, you can live good most of the time just off of your bread and butter. The other 20% is just like extra on top. All right. Now, I do take it serious. It's just not at my priority. My priority is Patreon and YouTube. All right. My book, Skype sessions, all that comes behind that. All right. Anybody who Skype with me, they would tell you 99.9% of the time is always at 8, 9 o'clock at night. That's for a fucking reason. Because I got this shit to prioritize. That's why I always do them at that time of night. That's also when I do my fucking book. After I do all this, answer questions and all that shit, guys. All right. So prioritize your bread and butter. Give that 80% of your output. That's how I do it. All right. So getting back to the first point, guys, a woman option shouldn't mean shit to you. Just know that she just don't even care nothing about them. They just for free attention. All right. 99.9% of the guys y'all see, if you got like a real hot chick, they don't even have a fucking chance. They don't. If you dating a 9 or a 10 now, 99.9% of the guys that you see, other than the use for free validation and free attention, she wouldn't give them the time of day, guys. All right, so that don't mean shit. The only thing that'll start making it mean something if your ass start getting insecure to how many options she have. But it don't mean shit. What if you're a high value male and you just got a whole bunch of fat chicks that want you? Do it mean anything? Do you want them? Do you want a bunch of fat chicks? Do it mean anything? Yeah, okay, I got 100 hippos that want me. Do it mean any fucking thing? I don't even want them. All right, that's how you have to look at it, guys. All right. All right. Like the video, comment down below what you guys want to see next. Holla back.